Ba-ba-dam, bam, ba-ba-dam, bam, ba-ba-dam, bam, ba-ba-dam, bam. Oh my God. I'm flabbergasted. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. Remember in my dream when Odin said, "You just sit back now. You just sit back and let us take over." It's just come out that, you remember on Saturday night, I think it was, I can't remember, it was a few nights ago. Remember when I was doing that live and I said, I've just been told that something's going to come out in 2 to 3 days. I said, so that's like Tuesday, Wednesday, about Elon Musk, that's going to be like a bomb drop, like a explosive bomb drop thing. If you can see from the thumbnail. See, this is why you don't want to mess with me and my shit, eh? Because now it's unstoppable. Donald Trump and Keir Starmer and Elon Musk and Christopher Black and all that can't stop what's coming. The detonations have already started. Until I get justice, until I have an admission of guilt, until I get compensation and my boys back, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Even if they were to take me out and wipe me out right now, it's too late. Then they can't stop what's coming. So it's just come out that the Trump administration had teamed up with Elon Musk to trap 2.7 million people in ICE so that they could be deported, because Elon Musk and Doge were going into, remember when they had access to everyone's social security? And I said, this isn't going to end well. The reason why Donald Trump let Elon Musk and Doge have access to everyone's social security was so that they could mark 2.7 million people as being dead, so they could cut off their social security and get ICE to deport them. If they're marked as dead, they have to leave. And some of these people are American citizens, and some of these people have green cards, people like Rhea Brown and Martin and all that. Like, I knew as soon as Donald Trump got in and he brought Musk and Bezos and Zuckerberg and Gates and Thale and all that in, I knew then that the Holy War had begun. And when they started having allowing Doge and Elon Musk to have access to everybody's social security and all that, it was to basically rob people blind. And I said, this isn't going to end well. And then the other night, the God said, in 2 to 3 days, we're going to drop something about Elon Musk. Well, here you go. I said that takes us to Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, it's Tuesday. So it turns out Trump gave him and Doge access to everybody's social security numbers so that he could mark people down as being deceased, so that they wouldn't have to pay their social security and they'd be forced to be deported. Someone has just whistleblown. Some very, very brave man has just whistleblown. I'm going to put the photos up and the links in the description box, but holy crap. It's also started coming out that Donald Trump's having an affair with his the human typewriter or the human printer, whatever they call it. They've been caught. And and then in brighter news, apparently North Korea's economy is starting to boom. North Korea is starting to do really, really well. And because I had said on X, if they can just keep out of this whole Iran thing, if Russia and China and North Korea can keep out of this war with Iran, because this is something that God has designated Iran to deal with, they won't be sorry. And because he's been patient and he's been doing the right thing, his economy's booming. So you see the irony. Remember I said people need to understand that it's Iran and Russia and China and North Korea and that are protecting the Christian world. They're the ones who are paving the way for the second coming of Christ, and they're not Christian nations. Well, I mean, Russia's Orthodox, but you know what I mean? They're the ones that are fighting for the Christian world, for the Western world, and that for the right to believe in Christ, because they're fighting the Antichrist system, Starmer, EU, the Nazi regime. And I said that this whole time we've been led to believe that China and Russia and North Korea and Iran and that were the bad guys by everyone, by history, by society, by the media, by our schools, by the newspapers, by everything. And yet they're the ones whose restraint and patience is actually protecting us from falling victim to the Nazi regime. And so as the new world is starting to be built and the old one's dying, do you see what's happening? All these people that are, we're taking America into the future and we're taking the West and Europe and Britain and that into the future, they're all starting to die out. You don't see these protests going on in North Korea. You don't see these protests going on in Russia. And I know there'd be people saying, oh, yeah, because if that would happen, they'd get shot, and that prove it. Because that's the thing. We're only taking the word of the media on this. When they say what's going on, we're only taking the media's word for it. But what I'm seeing are these quote unquote dictatorships standing up to the bullies, the ones who are cutting the food supply and kicking us out of our homes and taking our money from us, stealing the wealth out from under us, destroying our countries. They're not doing that to their countries. They still have farms and farmers, and they're producing their own food, and now North Korea's economy is starting to boom. And so what's happening is we're seeing countries like Russia and North Korea starting to prosper because they did the right thing against the nations that they've had to stand up against for all of us involved. And now America and Great Britain and Germany and France and that are dying. So it's like the hourglass is flipped. And all the bullies and the warmongers and murderers and child traffickers and that, their economies, their reputations, their jobs, everything, they're starting to descend. It's all starting to fall. Whereas the ones who took the moral high ground, they're starting to rise. Because where there is a fall, there must be a rise. That's how the universe balances itself out. Donald Trump wanted to be a dictator. Well, he is a dictator. So everybody who said that Kimmy Jimmy was a dictator, that's now gone to Keir Starmer and Donald Trump. All the ones who wanted to be feared as leaders, they're getting exactly what they wanted. And the universe has to balance itself out, so it's been handed, all the rewards are being handed to like Russia and North Korea. Because karma. The universe has to balance itself out. So when you've got people like Keir Starmer and Elon Musk and Donald Trump and von der Leyen and Merz and Macron and they're doing what they're doing to their nations, the universe has to balance itself out. And because North Korea and Russia and China and Iran and that have been doing the right thing, and because I had said, don't get involved, this has to be Iran's fight, you can give them the weapons and that, but don't get involved. This is their fight. But I said, you won't regret it. Well, now North Korea's economy is starting to boom. They've built more houses. North Korea's built more houses than Los Angeles and I can't remember where else it said. But I'll put it's all in my post thing. So yeah, so it turns out that while Elon Musk and Doge were rooting around everyone's social securities, it was to mark 2.7 million people as being dead, so that ICE could come and round them up and deport them, because a whistleblower was brave enough to come and tell everyone what's going on. So they need to be arrested. Like Elon Musk, he's not safe to be walking the streets anymore. Everyone in Doge, they all need to be arrested. That's espionage. It's fraud. It's theft. Oh my God. Like, oh my God, and Donald Trump let them do it. And then as well, Donald Trump is refusing to stop Israel from doing what they're doing at the moment. And I said it just proves that I was telling the truth, because it said Donald Trump refuses to rein Bibi in. And I said that's because Bibi's working for Donald Trump. Everyone keeps saying that that Trump is working for Bibi, but he's not. Remember I said, start a war with Russia, provoke the Middle East, blame the Jews. They're blaming the Jews through the actions of Bibi, of Netanyahu, whoever they're claiming he is, because I'm pretty sure he's dead. So I was right about everything, and now this thing's come out, and the God said, I love it. Remember I said live on video, in 2 to 3, or they've just told me 2 to 3 days. Something's coming out in 2 to 3 days. I said, so that takes us to Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday in the northern hemisphere, Wednesday in the southern hemisphere. So if that doesn't make people angry, and then he walks around acting all innocent, I'd never do that. I'm not anything what Debbie says I am. Well, you know, the gods are saying it. The gods are calling them all out. Every time they mess with my shit, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse for them. And because I've been told to stand down now, that I don't need to conjure anymore, I don't need to cast anymore, I don't need to do anything now. The detonation button has been hit. Boom, 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 boom. It's just going to have like a domino effect now, and it's not going to stop until justice is served. So anybody who took Donald Trump and Elon Musk and Christopher Black's and Rocio Ray Nunez and Martin Arche's side, anyone who took their side over mine, I can guarantee you they're going to be feeling the effects. I love it, because I just have to speak it now and it happens. What did I say? 2 to 3 days. Can you believe that? So Elon Musk and Doge had access to everyone's social security so that they could mark 2.7 million people as being dead who were very much alive, just so that they could get them deported by ICE. Take their social security off them. And Donald Trump gave them the permission to do it. And it's all coming out. So, yeah, keep posted. I'll keep posting as it's all coming out. But they can't stop this now until I get justice. It's not going to stop until I get justice. An admission of guilt, compensation, my name cleared, my boys back. And then we can take the money and get out of here and start building this foundation. I can start looking for my investors. And I told you, didn't I? Geez, I'm good. That's how much the gods love me. For all that they make those sacrifices to Odin and all the rest of them, it's me they love. Because I know how it works. These people that do black magic and that, they really don't have a bloody clue how it works. So, yeah. The shit's hitting the fan, and it's hitting hard now. And this can't be stopped and won't be stopped until I get justice. Keir Starmer, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Christopher Black, Rocio, all of them. Von der Leyen. Because they were named specifically. Because this isn't just about what was done to me, it's why it was done to me. It was done to me because I'm trying to rescue children from them, from the pedophiles and the child groomers and the child abusers. They're God's enemy. So, Yep. It's getting so exciting. That's what I said. I get excited now when they mess with my phone because I can't wait to see what happens next. Because every time they do it, more and more and more stuff comes out. So, yeah, apparently Donald Trump's having an affair with the human printer. And, yeah, all hell's breaking loose. And I love it. I love it. But, you know, it's a warning to everyone, hey, don't mess with me. Just let me do what I got to do. But the thing is that I'm not going to stop until I get justice. I want my name cleared. I want reparations in my bank. I want a big fat apology check, and I want lots of zeros after it. And don't think that you can come running to me thinking that if you get in my good graces that I'll forgive you and take you back into my life either, because it's not going to happen. If you're not in my life right now, you're never going to be in my life. You had your chance. You sold your soul to the devil. So you can leave me the hell alone. Don't bring that shit near me. You pay off your karma with your gods in your own way. Yeah. So there you go. That's the level of evil the people in my life were dealing with just by helping Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all of that. They were a part of a wider network, a collective of evil, nasty people who were, because Rhea has a green card, so she's the kind of people that they're kicking out, saying, oh, Rhea's dead, so we'll kick her out, sort of thing. So they could kick her back to the Philippines, kick Rocio back to Puerto Rico, kick Martin back to Nicaragua, kick Jose back to Panama. Well, Martin's not there legally, but all the rest of them are there legally. They're US citizens, that they've been marked as deceased. They're illegals. They're people with green cards. All people there legally, born there, boot out, marked as dead, so the ICE can come and round them up and kick them out. So, like I said, that involves people who took their side over mine. If I find out that Rhea and Rocio and Jose and Martin were deported, I will wet myself. I will wet myself there and then on the spot. Because then it's like that would be the ultimate karma. Because remember, that's what they were trying to have happen to me. But I'm here legally. Well, Martin's the one that's not there legally. But I've done everything the right way, is what I should say. I've been a good girl. I did everything I was asked to do by my ancestors and the gods. They didn't. So, yeah. I tell you what, America's going to love me after this. By the time they're all gone and they've been removed, yeah, victory parade when I land. If it's America I end up in anyway. That's my evil laugh. Right, so I'm going to go and have some yogurt now. I'll speak to you later. Ka kite. Mwah.